Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McKola. He is the True Geordie, aka Bright. We're here. We've just done the kick-off and have a hug, please.
I'm sorry.
He's buzzing.
Mate,
for Stevie Bruce's Newcastle beating United. 1-0. What did you make of that today?
I wasn't that surprised. Do you know what I mean? Because I've watched you lot a lot this season, and it doesn't feel like you ever dominate games. It doesn't feel like there's a real plan with Solskjaer. Like even with Van Gaal, you knew what the plan was. It was a possession game. With Mourinho, you knew what the plan was. With this guy, Solskjaer, I just don't think he's got the experience to really put the plan together, especially with the players that he's got. They're not. Like, there's not enough experience with that team where you can be like, all right, lads, we need to do this. We need to shut up shop now. This is the time to go for it. And with Newcastle, I just feel like getting fucked 5-0 in the last game really put a fire under those lads. Where I thought to myself, maybe wrongly, but I thought, because we got smashed by Leicester, there's a point to prove. And we're at home. Your away record's terrible. So there was so many factors that went in that. Even as mental as this is to say, I wasn't surprised we beat you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You know what I mean?
I'm not surprised at all. And I was kind of joking about Steve Bruce and his Newcastle have beat us, but it was pretty comfortable for you as well. And that's the frustrating thing for me. Is like, I can take a defeat. I can take a defeat on the chin, but when you're not performing and you look at the chances, a header from Maguire, a shot from outside the box of Pereira. Apart from that, what did we really create? There wasn't really much that we created.
But the Rashford thing, and the Rashford thing is becoming a thing. I seen at one point they brought up his stats for where he had touches. I don't remember him getting the ball in the box. That's got to be addressed now. And I think Solskjaer, give him a break. You know, there's sometimes you need to
mentally as well.
Yeah, you need to take a striker out of the firing line. So even if you play him on the wing and put Greenwood up front, he is then not under so much pressure to perform. And you see with Greenwood, his positional sense, it seems to be a bit more strikerish.
And he seems to be always looking, how can I get in on goal?
Exactly.
And that's what we seem to be missing at the moment. I want to ask you a quick, because I feel like I'm going a little bit mad now. With me, I'm someone that likes to give a manager time. Sit in, give him time. I did it with Moyes, looked stupid in the end. Van Gaal, looked stupid in the end. Mourinho, I tried to give him as much time as possible. It got to a point where you can't. Solskjaer, I feel like he needs another transfer window, but I'm not sure whether he needs time, because what is he doing?
I don't know, because he's had a good transfer
window. Am I going crazy is what I want to ask you.
Yeah, he had a transfer window and they didn't take full advantage of it. So will they do that in another transfer window? I've got no idea.
That's the thing, like, because one part of me feels, surely he's so comfortable with this, he must be confident that he's getting to that transfer. You know what I mean? Like, surely in the summer he thinks, if I don't get a striker, it could cost me my job. Why is he so confident that he's not going to get sacked in doing it? Do you know what I mean?
What it needs to boil down to with Solskjaer is not about fucking the fact that he was a Man United legend. Like, that means nothing anymore. Like, this is about how good he is right now. And like you said on the show, what we're not seeing is an immediate impact in the style of Manchester United football. All right, he had the honeymoon period. It's clear that's over now. Where is the style coming from? You see in Klopp at Liverpool, Pochettino at Spurs, when they come in, you can see the philosophy buzzword coming. That's not happening right now. And the one thing that David Moyes had was 7 years at Everton at least, I can't remember how many it was, where he was a good manager for them. Van Gaal, very experienced. Mourinho, won everything. And yet that job was too big for them. And some of the logic I heard over the years, over the last 6 months rather, about Solskjaer was, he's different. He isn't experienced. We need something different. And it's like, I don't know if that's the logic.
Not just getting the club is going to get you by,
yeah.
Is it? And I think that can help you for a small period of time, especially when he came in and that immediate, it was refreshing, that approach.
And it worked.
But I feel like he's gone away from that as well. Like, where is that attacking football? Like, we play a 4-2-3-1 every week. We're not trying to get on the front foot. We're not trying to attack. What are you trying to do? Like, I just don't get it.
Ultimately, like Pardew at Newcastle, that first season, people forget, he finished 5th because he had that impact, that 5-year contract. And he got a bit lucky, and no doubt Solskjaer got a bit lucky when he came to Man United as well, first time. But eventually, what are you left with? Tactics. And I'm not seeing a manager who's tactically good enough for Manchester United. And that's from a Newcastle fan. You know, Steve Bruce is my manager.
I kind of feel the same as well. There is a part of me, and my dad would be like, stop being so spoiled. Like,
Yeah.
just stick by him.
Yeah.
There's part of me that's doing that, and there's part of me that's saying, it's clear he's out of his depth. We should never have gave him the job. But then he needed more something. And it's like, is the board going to do this to the next manager then?
The thing you judge managers on is, are they getting the most out of their players? Are they improving players?
Yeah.
And all the types of managers I would have associated with Manchester United, for example, like, I know, if you look at the top managers, Klopp, Pochettino, even though he's struggling right now, Brendan Rodgers, who's doing pretty good and he used to be a Liverpool manager. I know that's mental for you guys to even consider that. And Pep Guardiola, all of these top managers, they seem to make their players better, and I know Ole had an immediate effect, but Brendan Rodgers. But it didn't go down, did it?
You seem like
it
there was
carried
a style
on.
of play consistent.
Yes.
Even if the football results went down.
Yeah.
The style of play.
That's it. So if let's say the results are shit right now, which they are, but you were seeing changes in the play which were going to eventually take effect, you'd be like, United, I can handle this. But mate, I wouldn't say that Manchester United were the better team in that game against Newcastle. And even the games you've won this season, Chelsea, Leicester, I wouldn't say you dominated in those games.
Two games you've won.
You didn't even dominate those games, and the games you drew, you obviously didn't dominate. So we're not seeing a Manchester United team that's improving in any way.
And that's a massive issue, because there's no improvements there, and we need to see that. If you can see improvement, you can give time, but when you can't see improvement, you can't give that time. But then, what happens next? Who comes in? What happens with this group of players? How good is this?
But you're still Manchester United. You've still got some very good young players there. You've still got a massive club there. And there's a lot of managers that will think, thank fuck he's taking the fall, because I'm going to look great now. So
that was another thing we mentioned during the show, is that him doing this now, he's going to be so beneficial for
Solskjaer, and this is going to... Solskjaer is doing now what Alex Ferguson should have done towards the end, and that's a fucking huge clear out and building for the future. So I'll give him credit for that, but I just don't think he's the man to take that on further. Some of what he's done is necessary, but there just needs to be an accomplished manager, a club builder, and for me, it's Pochettino. I know it's going bad at Spurs right now for a minute, but let's be honest, what he took Spurs from and to, you can't argue with that.
And I think at United he'd probably have the resources to be able to push on.
Yeah.
He'd have the demands there for the...
I'm
not getting into talk about it as a manager.
Before we end, you'd have to give him the money, and it would be in January, and then you'd see changes.
Give a new manager, permanent manager, January. Get him in the summer.
I personally think you need a caretaker for now, who's a bit older, the way Louis van Gaal did, just guide you to the end of the season. Not because what you don't want, and we've seen this before with big clubs. Remember when Mourinho?
Do you think he will be sacked then?
Well, remember when Mourinho left Chelsea because they were dropping like a stone, and it was getting to the point where people were like, "Fuck me, this could be relegation."
Yeah.
Like we could see that now. So if it starts getting silly, you need someone to just go, "All right, we're Manchester United," and just guide them to the end of the season.
Cheers, Bri. Thanks for chatting to us.
Thanks for having us on, mate.
You don't mind when you're winning. Guys, thank you for watching. Get your thoughts in. Is it Ole's fault? Is it the board's fault? Whose fault is it? Will United bounce back under Ole? Who's going to be the next manager? Thank you very much, Bri.
Check out the Kickoff channel.
Check it out. I'm sure they already are, to be here, but check out the Kickoff. And they're back next week with the Liverpool game as well. So if you're not at the game, like I am, you can watch it live. Watch along on the Kickoff, so check that out. See you in a bit.